And then for the tonal links, there are so many points. For the first introduction, suprasegmentals in English include tonal phenomena. Tonal phenomena involve pitch variation. And the second tonal phenomena in present-day English. Pitch can be used in various ways in English. Example, the sentence I saw across I-11 in different interpretations based on tone. And the third point, types of tonal variation. Level tone indicates lack of interest, and rising tone indicates doubt or questioning. Contour tones combine falling and rising elements expressing a high degree of doubt, and the falling then rising tone emphasize emotional involvement. And the 4 points, there's functions of pitch variation in language. Pitch variation in many languages, including English, is used to express the speaker's intention, statement, question, doubts, emotional involvement. And intonation, phonological correlate of pitch variation expressing speaker intention. And the 5th point is intonation versus tone. Intonation expresses speaker intention, doesn't distinguish lexical meanings, and then tone distinguishes lexical meanings in tone languages. And the 6th point, tone languages. Registered tone languages use high and low tones primarily found in Africa, and contour tone languages involve gliding movements in tone, for example, Mandarin Chinese. And the 7th point, demonstration of tones in Mandarin Chinese. Example provided by a Mandarin Chinese student demonstrating different tones associated with words. And the 8th point, principles of English intonation. Michelle Halliday defined principle of English intonation. Tone units. Utterances can be divided into tone groups. Intonation boundaries between tone units. Tonality of utterances. Number and location of terminal junctures. Define the tonality of an utterance. Speaker preference in determining terminal junctures. And 10 point, influence of terminal junctures on meaning. Position or presence of terminal junctures may influence the meaning of an utterance. Example, she washed and brushed her hair with 1 or 2 tone units. The 11th point, tonicity of tone groups. There are nucleus prominent syllable within a tone group, and the second tonicity unmarked when nucleus is on the last potentially prominent content word. And the 12th point, mark tonicity for contrast or disambiguation. Mark cases where nucleus placement before the less potentially prominent syllable is necessary for contrast or disambiguation. In the 13th point, tone in English expressing meaning. English doesn't use tone systematically to distinguish meaning. And the second, more systematic case involve intonation patterns in specific contexts. And the 14th point, examples of tonal phenomena in English. Examples where tone influences interpretation in English: list intonation, declarative intonation, interrogative intonation, and tonal patterns or for emphasis. For summary, English is stress type, not a tone language. And tonal phenomena play a role in English distinguishing sentence types, marking the end of list and evoking feelings. And tone in English is not as systematic as in tonal languages. For closing recap of tonal phenomena in English, an acknowledgement of Natalie for her contribution to the discussion. Closing remarks.